Hello everyone. I wanted to do a video on how to build this farmhouse dining room table for about 30 bucks or so. And so here's the trick. The trick is if you go to any Lowe's, you might have to wait for a little bit, but Lowe's will give away their old pallets. And their old pallets for hardy plank siding are made of 2x4s. So if you go to Lowe's, Home Depot doesn't do the same, which is kind of weird for me, but Lowe's does. Go in there, talk to maybe the pro desk and just ask them if they have any pallets. A lot of times you can go in there and they'll have a pile in their back lot and you can just grab what you want. In that, you'll find a pallet made out of 16 or 12 foot, 12 foot 2x4s, and as well as some other parts. And with that, what I did was I cut them down and I built this table. And let me show you here. So to assemble it, what I did was I drilled holes every foot and kind of drilled into it about halfway through and then ran a screw to get it into the next one. You want to do it on a level surface so you end up with a nice smooth table. And then I just did the same on the end here. If you can see here, here's a plug and there's one there and down there and so forth. So I just used 3.5 inch screws, just regular screws to put it together. A 1/2 inch hole to auger it out. Make sure you don't go all the way through the board. You just want to go maybe halfway or so. And then you're going to build from one side. So let's say you start here. This board right here will be the first one that you'll drill holes in, and then I just alternated a foot, alternating a 6-inch start point. And then at the very end you end up with one of the boards showing the plugs on there. And we've had it for a couple years now. The lumber's kind of dried up a little bit, so we end up with the seams being a little bit bigger, but we're okay with that. We actually like that, a little rougher. You can run it through a planer if you want, but this, you can see, is really a very smooth surface and a very rustic farmhouse feel. And the only thing, I say $30 because the only thing we bought were 4x4. So if you don't have to buy the little 4x4 legs mounted to either 2x6 or 2x4, here you can see I think I did maybe a 30-degree angle on there, and then did legs, and I just screwed everything together. So by the time you buy two 8-foot 4x4s and the screws, you're into this table for like 30 bucks, and I think it probably took me maybe 2-3 hours total, and I'd never done it before. So I do construction. I've done that most of my life, and I really enjoy it. But so anyhow, I hope you like the video. If you could subscribe, that's always great. And I am going to cover one other thing. This bench here, kind of the same principle. All I did was I think I bought a 12-foot 2x12, and you can see here it's just a 2x6 on end with 2x6s, and I just nailed those together and used wood glue to hold it all together. It's held up great. My wife did a dark walnut stain on it, a very light coat of dark walnut, and wiped it off good, and then we did a matte polyurethane finish on it. That's why you can see it's not very shiny, but it's just the look that we're going for. So again, end to end, here is the table, and you can really see that it just has the two ends. You can do whatever design you want, but this is our table, and you should be able to build this for 30 bucks or so, or less if you can get the 4x4s, or if you have something laying around you can use. Again, if you could like that video, click that button, subscribe. I'm always thankful for that. And if you have any questions, I do respond to questions, so go ahead and put that in, put a comment or a question in there, and I'll respond to those. And I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you.